Hello UPSC aspirants, welcome to this channel which is dedicated for UPSC 2024, in which one of our popular initiatives is we are coming with comprehensive update on latest news events insight directly from all newspapers, which will be condensed into a 15 minutes format so that you are not missing any news that are required for the UPSC exams. We are here to bridge the gap between your newspaper readings and study materials and ensuring you to stay well informed without compromising on time. And to get the notes out of this news today, join our Telegram channel which is in our description too. To not miss daily news, subscribe to this channel. And let's start today's news. First is issues norms for sex selective surgeries on intersex infants. So this is very important because in most of the risks with ambiguous genitalia, they are resorting to surgeries. We don't have any policies. Actually, in this issue, Kerala High Court ordered the state government to formulate regulations within 3 months for sex selective surgeries. Until then, it recommended the state governments to formulate and 3 committee members, which include surgeons, endocrinologists, and pediatricians. So this multidisciplinary committee will give opinion if the surgery is required or not, if it is causing any threat to the existence of children, it is allowed. If it is not, it won't be allowed. And after the 3 months, when the state formulates these directives, and that regulation will be carried out as per the state act. High Court opined that allowing such surgeries without careful considerations could lead to severe emotional and psychological issues, and adolescents may struggle if their gender orientation diverges from the assigned gender due to surgical intervention. And actually, to call whom transgender, there is an act, sir, Transgender Person Act. The Transgender Person Act, as per it defines transgender as individual with intersex variations, also transgender. And this act offers protection and uphold the right to self-perceived gender identity. The court also emphasized that right to access to choose one's gender lies solely with individual concerned, even excluding the court's authority. So it is left to the individual actually. That's important takeout from this article. Falling short, this is article from Hindu Today, sir. This talks about Digital Data Protection Bill 2023. As per this bill has been passed in Lok Sabha and is pending in Raj Sabha, and it's waiting for Raj Sabha's approval. See, there is a lot of concern about Digital Data Protection Bill, and it was opined that proper discussions is not going on. As per this bill, DPA, Data Protection Authority, will be there, and that authority's name is Data Protection Board actually, that will have the limited powers, and it is opined that the board should have certain regulations so that these data will not be manipulated. And it was expected to go proper debate and discussion, fix all the loopholes within the bill before this get passed in Raj Sabha. Next, go to other article. Another article from Hindu I choose is Climate Events and Umbrella for Urban Health. This is from today's Hindu, sir. It talks about the recent cyclonic storm in Arabian Sea and floods in Assam, which is causing havoc and lots of damage to the people. And it was talked like lot of vector-borne diseases like typhoid, cholera, malaria, and dengue are likely to spread. So we need to go for prevention care. It tells that urban areas are becoming very vulnerable because of the slum and informal settlements, and are having, due to poverty and lack of social security, all this is causing the people to go prone for malaria and dengue compared to rural areas. And so for the better management and coordination, actually rural health care, urban health systems has to be resilient, and the local bodies should be made part of the management of the health system. And it was also told that it remembered like what the lessons we learned from COVID-19 should be implemented now. If not, it can cause greater damage. Like public health emergencies required better coordination and cooperation, which was we observed in the COVID time, that should be bought in, and strengthening the surveillance system and information systems for better management and comprehensive healthcare approach should be brought into picture. With all this taken care, we can handle the issue, and we should be prepared for the climate change too, sir. That is talking, because climate change events become more frequent and intense. We also need for better planning and management considering resource constraints. So this talk about everything I will summarize and put into the notes in the Telegram channel. Join it and get the content. This will be very useful for your paper 2 and paper 3, and you can customize for your answers. Let's go to other issue. And this article from Hindu, learning from the Chips Act of US. It tells that Indian government should learn lessons from the US government that passed the Chips Act there, and how it supported the semiconductor sector. It tells that it tells that Indian government should go for government cooperation and coordination, and multiple arms of the government should come into picture and facilitate the funds for the development. It also tells that whole of government approach similar to Chips Act as in USA should be bought in the Indian scenario too. And actually for that we need to have one center, that is National Semiconductor Technology Center. National Semiconductor Technology Center, we should develop that one. And then India's Chip to Startup program should be bought into that, and it has to collaborate it with universities, private training practices, etc. And accountability and transparency has to be ensured as it was there in the US, as the Chips Act ensured there. And we need to further develop the research and research and technologies that should be taken care of. Doing all these things and promoting our industrial policy, making it dynamic, we can become good in semiconductor sector. This article talks all this, sir. I'm giving these notes, very comprehended notes in points in the Telegram channel. Another article I choose from Hindu is what is Jan Vishwas Bill, that is from today's Hindu. See, there is an attempt actually to boost ease of living and ease of doing business. This Jan Vishwas Amendment Bill has been passed in the Parliament actually, and there is lot of concern is going on in this bill. Almost 183 provisions has been to be decriminalized, and 42 central acts has to be, like amendment is for 42 central acts too. There is a fear that in the name of, under the disguise of ease of doing business, their proper regulation can be get diluted. So we need to be cautious. There is some balance need to be come into practice. And actually this Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940, there is a lot of changes proposed in this act that regulates the import, manufacture, distribution, sales of drugs and cosmetics in the country. Diluting certain provisions can lead to uncertainties and can damage the future. So this is very important article. I am giving the notes that in the form of points which is required for the UPSC. You can put this under the name of doing ease of doing business. We can't loosen the regulation too. There need to be some balance that is required, sir. Another article choice is economic boycott of minorities, a new form of untouchability. See, this can become under GS1 and GS2 too, and SA, like lot of other places. This is very important, sir, because recently in Haryana there is a lot of clash going between Muslim business and Vishwa Hindu Parishad. There is lots of dialogue exchange is also going through, and lots of violence and stone pelling and clashes, lots of communal violence kind of scenario is occurred there. Actually, what we need to take from this article is giving such a call of boycotting can lead to a form of untouchability. This is not advised, because when we see the historical context, like there is a practice of untouchability in the past, and for that lot of fights has happened. And even when we get independence in the constitution too, we gave certain provisions like article 14, 15, 17 to ensure that untouchability abolished in the which provides equality and providing punishments to practice this and lot of other acts also passed, like SC/ST Atrocities Act, Prevention of Atrocities Act, and Maharashtra Social Boycott Act, etc. These also are there in the practice. Apart from these constitutional articles and the acts, there is a vague definition of what defines untouchability. Because of this, untouchability in new forms will be coming, sir. So we need to look for some proper definition, and we should boycott such certain words like Hindutva driven boycotts or something. We should not dwell into that. All these things, these are politicized thing. We need to look for some centric stand where we should empower all the communities, including minorities. Although we should take such a stand. So need for the progressive response. This is very important, sir, because urgent definition of untouchability is very important, and expansion of anti-boycott laws is also recommended. And this is because the such kind of issues will challenge the constitutional principle of fraternity. We need to ensure the fraternity within the India, which is a part of constitutionalism. This is very important takeout, sir. I am giving the important points which were taken, which you should take it and use in your answers. And we'll go to next. Another article I chose from the Hindu is trial done in Hindu, that shows support, nutritional support to prevent TB-related death. This is very important, sir. This is outcome of the Lancet Global Health report. So it has observed that there is a lot of impact on reducing TB rates if we you focus on the proper nutrition. This is very important output, and it found out that nutritional support leads to 39 to 48% TB reduction in intervention. So if we can give the proper nutrition, we can reduce the 48% reduction in the TB cases. And it also observed that successful treatment is nearly 94% of TB patients. If we give the successful treatment with proper nutrition too, 94% of the TB cases can be cured, and mortality rate can be further reduced. This is also important observation. And it also told that if we proper care on the weight gain of the person, 60% of the cases can get lowered. And if they're involved in not having proper nutrition, undernutrition can lead to 40% of the TB patient can die annually. This is an important outcome actually. And so we need to go for protective vaccination care plus nutrition too, to protect from the TB. This is very important article. I'll give the facts which are mentioned here. We are going the monthly nutritional support, like we are providing rice, milk powder, roasted chicken flour, and all this we are providing. Because of all these things, there is a probability that the early weight gain can happen within the 2 months of the infection they get, and this will reduce the mortality, TB mortality for sure. This is the outcome from the Lancet report. This is very important. So our policies should ensure the welfareism in which the nutritional care should be taken care of, like not limiting to only carbohydrate content. This is very important, sir. This is another article choose from the Hindu today. It was told that most students using smartphones for entertainment than study. This is important outcome of the survey that has conducted. The important points to be noted is in the rural students, the survey has been conducted. Outcome of it is 49.3% of the rural students have the access to smartphones, sir, but majorly they are using for video games, entertainment, and music. Only 34% of the students who are using smartphones, they are using for downloading the study materials, and 18% have access for online learning. This is outcome. And so mostly, even recently, UNHRC also recommended to ban usage of smartphones to especially children, and even the China took the policy of limited usage of smartphones to kids. And in India too, such policy should come, so that the proper utilization of phones will come into the practice, reducing the risks out of this phone, sir. This is very important article. You need to take it. And these are the important article I found from today Hindu News. I will be coming tomorrow morning. By if possible, I will come by tomorrow morning itself And today, because today is first day, we are coming evening. No problem. We'll be coming every day morning from tomorrow. And please subscribe to this. And if you are liking this content, don't miss this current affairs. And we are giving the proper notes in 1 or 2 pages, just in a 1 page or 2 page in the Telegram channel. Join to the Telegram channel to not miss the notes for the today. Thanking you. Happy studying. Be a good learner. Thanking you.